With those wonderful silvery grey blue hues, this is Russian sage, and it's really difficult to know how to classify this. This is officially a subshrub, which means it produces woody shrubby growth, but it's very, very temperamental, and it should be approached in the garden with a little bit of caution, really. It is absolutely stunning, but it won't tolerate a wet soil. So if you are on a wet or cold soil, you're going to have to seriously consider whether it's worth growing, or whether you should be adding masses of horticultural grit and drainage to the soil. It is a really lovely feathery shrub, producing these huge tall spires of blue flowers later on in the season above lovely silvery grey foliage, and you can see the wonderful silvery stems behind me. So this pairs really, really well with all of those lovely dusty pink hues that David Austin are famed for. Roses like Harlow, Carr, Lady Salisbury, things like the Queen of Sweden and Sceptred Isle go really, really well with Russian sage. It's a little on the temperamental side. It doesn't overwinter particularly well, especially if your soil is very damp. So do add lots of horticultural grit when you grow it. Put it into a warm, free draining place in the garden where it's going to get plenty of sun. And I say pair it with a really, really lovely light soft pink, and it's absolute dream. Cuts really well. The pollinators love it, so it's a firm favourite here at North Lodge. But I say do approach it with caution. Over the winter it's very liable to die all the way back, and you'll be left with something that looks very, very uninspiring at all. It gets left with these sort of little nubbins of roots and tiny little woody stems, which you shouldn't prune back until quite late. Leave pruning it till around late March, very, very beginning of April, and it will come back. You quite often you'll dig it up and think, oh my goodness, there's absolutely nothing there, the whole thing has fallen apart, but it will bounce back. Again, another little word of caution: if you have vine weevil in your garden, it will absolutely love Russian sage. It will eat all the roots, so do be cautious if you have vine weevil about. But Russian sage for me is a real firm favourite for pairing with those lovely dusty soft pinks. Very, very easy to grow. Don't give it too much water. Put it into a really warm, free draining place in the garden, and it will reward you with these beautiful tall spires of soft blue, which I say go really well with those lovely dusty pinks.